Hi folks, so it looks like we are back into remote world for the next 14 days. This video is just a brief tutorial on how to complete today's Nearpod assignment. So as always, you will click on your team, you'll click on view assignment and make sure it says assignment number 8, the machinery for change. As always, make sure you read all of these directions first because it provides the background for the lesson, the direction that it's going in, and each step will make sure that it carries you through the lesson in a way that makes sense. So again, do not skip steps. Right now you are watching step 1, the tutorial. So in a few minutes you will finish that, and then you will move on to step 2, which is directions on how to begin the Nearpod. As like I said the last time, make sure you put your full first and last name because it's the only way I'll be able to make sure that you get the grade for the assignment. All right. Now, for step 3, there are 2 ways to do this. Some students have had problems one way, not so much the other. So I'll show you both. So if you click on the Nearpod link directly, it's going to open up the Nearpod in Teams itself. So again, you're working on the Nearpod, but you're still within Teams. Now I know it has my name here already, but just remember what you will do is you will type in your full name. So again, the example I use is Jalik, first name, last name Ridges, period 4. Okay, so again, first, last name, period that you are in, and then you will join the lesson. Okay, make sure you fill it out just like that every time so I can grade it. Now, some students have said that when they open it up in Nearpod, sometimes they can't click on things or some things won't work within the Nearpod. So the easiest way to fix that problem is if I go back to my assignment, is to copy and paste. Sorry. Is to go into your browser and just copy and paste the link directly, so that way it brings you directly to the Nearpod within the Nearpod website. Students who do that, it seems that they don't have any problems with typing things in or clicking things. So like I said, those are the 2 ways to do it. Either within Teams, if that works, or if something's working wrong, just copy and paste the link into the website and it will bring you directly to the Nearpod. Now, everything I put into a lesson is there to help you. So images are not random, right? They're there for a reason. So if you notice, right, it says an introduction for change. And what are people doing here? They're introducing themselves to each other. So this word introduction is going to be important throughout this lesson, right? So like I said, pictures, video, titles, pay attention to it because I put them in there to help you. They act like signposts, right? To help direct you to where you have to go. So as you move about the lesson, like I said, here's another example. This video is here to, again, help you a little bit, right? And you have a definition. Make sure you read this definition because, again, it's going to help you later in the lesson. Your learning target, I've talked about this before. Remember, it's to help you understand where you need to go. In other words, by the end of the lesson, if you feel confident that you can answer this question, I can explain the purpose of the preamble of the U.S. Constitution, then you know you understood the lesson. If you get to the end of the lesson and you still feel like I can't do this, that means you didn't understand something along the way. So it just tells you that you have to go back and go through the slides again, or go to where you were confused a little bit, or reach out to your teacher and ask a question. Now, once we move on from the learning target, all right, again, any video that is embedded into the slide, please watch it because that acts as a support to help you with the next slide. Now, in this Nearpod, you have a few open-ended questions, all right? So for your first open-ended question, what you're going to do, I put the directions in steps. So again, make sure you follow the steps in the order that they're there. You will click on the picture, you will look at it, and what you're going to do is make an inference. Now, I know in ELA, you've been working with inferences, so you're almost doing the same thing here. But what you're going to do in this lesson, if you look at step 2, you're going to make a complex inference using the sentence starters below. Now, here are the sentence starters. I notice, I'm thinking this because. You are to write those out. So when you respond to that open-ended question, you're going to write, I notice, and then you're going to tell me what you notice, one thing. Then you're going to do it again. And you will do it a third time. So I want to see 3 I notice statements. Then you will use the next stem, I'm thinking. In other words, what is your inference? And then finally, I'm thinking this because, which is your reason. Why are you thinking it? So I want to see these sentence stems written out, and then obviously you finish it. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for slide 5. Then you will have another open-ended question. You will watch, again, any video that is embedded in it. And then one of the new activities you're going to do in this Nearpod is a matching game. So what you're going to do in this matching, if you've never done it before, you're going to match the phrase of the preamble with its proper meaning. So, for example, we the people of the United States. What you'll do to do the matching is you'll click on the box, and what it's going to do is it's going to make the outline around the box a heavier blue outline. That's when you know that the box is clicked on. Now, in order to do the match, okay, so I'm trying to understand that phrase, we the people, what does it mean? Well, it means that, we the people are the ones with the power. We have the right to self-government. In other words, the power to govern comes from us. So I think that the correct phrase that matches this one is this one, self-government. The power of government belongs to the people. So what I'll do is I'll now click on this, and it looks like I got it right. So that's how you do the matching. Again, you'll go to one of the boxes, you will click on it once, it will highlight it in blue, and then you will go to the other box that you think means the same thing, establish justice. So I think that means it's about laws. So I'm going to click on to create laws. And again, it tells me that I matched them up. So that's how you will do the matching. And then for the most part, the remainder of the lesson is just open-ended questions attached to videos, which you already know how to do. So that gives you a glimpse of what this lesson is about and how to do this lesson. So I hope this helped, and I will talk to you soon.